Ah, Mario's sleeping. Let's just let him rest for a bit. He's deserved it. He's earned it. Whatever. Alright, wake up, Mario. We've got more stuff to do. Welcome back to Super Mario 64, and we're heading right back into Jolly Roger Bay to give this Steel the fucking punishment he deserves. God, I hate him. Alrighty. I am anti-eel. I think it's cool, but that, like, there's some horror elements, and people were really terrified of this eel. I think he's just really annoying, but the eels in Mario Odyssey are great, 10 out of 10. Too bad that's not part of this collection. Which, can I just say, this is a really bad sequel to Mario All-Stars, which is, I'm assuming this is what it's supposed to be. I mean, it's the All-Star Collection. That only makes sense to be a sequel to the previous game, Super Mario All-Stars, on the Super Nintendo, which has, first of all, it has 4 Mario games, one of which was only available in Japan up until that point, okay? And not only that, but they were all NES games that got updated. The graphics were improved, getting to, like, the controls were better, everything was just better. But no, for this, it's just re-releases with some minor changes, and it still controls like ass. Not only that, but again, there's only 3 of them, even though there's a perfectly good 4th game. And some versions of Super Mario All-Stars had the newest game, Mario World. So the only way for this to truly be a great sequel to it is if it fixed all of the games, graphically enhanced them to make them better, had Mario Galaxy 2, and had Mario Odyssey in some versions. Like a Mario Odyssey version you can get, and a non-Mario Odyssey version you can get, and one's like a console bundle. I don't remember if Mario All-Stars was like a console bundle, the 3D, the Mario World version. That's not the point. The point is, this is a terrible sequel to Mario All-Stars, and it's not even All-Stars, okay? It's not even that. It's Mario Sunshine has got shines, so it doesn't count. That one's just more annoyance with the names because there's no stars in. Well, I mean, I guess there's superstars in the original All-Stars. The point is, this is a bad sequel to Mario All-Stars. It's also a pretty bad game collection as a whole. It's definitely not Nintendo's finest work. Not even close. Anyway, out comes the eel, and to get this star, the best way to do it is to really wait for that, and to just ram yourself into his tail, or have it not work because it's incredibly finicky, like everything else with this eel, because why would it work? I mean, that just requires way too much effort on the developers. Programming something that works? They would never. They would never. Clearly not in the Mario 3D All-Stars collection, considering Mario Sunshine is also part of it. Sorry if I'm just complaining all of the time. It's because this game is kind of bad nowadays. He just went through me. Okay. It's gonna work this time. It's gonna work this time. Oh my god, please! Going for it, I'm going for it. Come on, come on. Give me that fucking star. Please. I don't care if I drown anymore. Yes! I feel better now. My body and soul is cleansed, and I am enjoying this game again. Like I said, it's an alright game. Especially for its time, I'd say. It just should have been fixed for the All-Stars collection. Or any of its many re-releases and updates. I get that Virtual Console, the whole point is that it's just the game. But again, for this at least. And I keep saying it, but Mario 64 DS. That's just what Mario 64 DS is. It's this game, but updated and made better. Sure, there's actually a lot of changes, and it's a lot more than just a remake. If anything, it's its own game. But I don't care. I would rather have it than this version. I seriously don't want this version. Like, if the option was we add DS or we add this version, pick DS. But I don't even think that was the option. I just think they didn't want to add DS because they were fucking lazy. And I saw so many people defending this for Sunshine alone, that because Sunshine is just so hard to get. it's worth it just for that. I mean, you'd be spending this amount of money on solely Sunshine, and now you get Mario 64 and Galaxy for free, but that's not really how it works. When you remake a game, they should be cheaper. No matter how much people who are selling it secondhand are selling it for, no matter how much you originally sold it for, it should be cheaper. That's the point if you're re-releasing a game. If it's a remake, I can kind of understand giving it full price. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is something I even say is too expensive. But I mean, I think all video games are too expensive, because they are. But Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, as a remake of a Wii game, should not cost that much money. I know it's a great improvement, it's incredible, but it still shouldn't be costing that much money. It's just terrible. Everything is so expensive. And now Breath of the Wild 2 is gonna be an extra tenner, which, great. So glad they're doing that. They need the money. I mean, they're just a poor company. They clearly don't have the money. Anyway, this is a pretty cool thing. You can pick up this shell here, and it allows you to control swimming easier. Temporarily. That's it. What a great power-up. God, there's so many coins in to get here. Did I get that clam? I feel like I did, but I should probably go check again. See? And that's why you go check again. Anyway, this is probably just gonna be my I'm very annoyed at Nintendo episode. But who isn't annoyed at Nintendo? Alright? What am I supposed to do? Because it's not like buying for like other companies is any easier. And Nintendo pretty much have the monopoly on all their games, because they don't allow them on any other consoles. Sure, PC seems the best, but I don't really know if my laptop can run that many PC games that well. And I can't really afford like a proper good gaming computer. That's just too much money. Way too much. So really there's no solution. Anyway, the eel is just out now, by the way. I'm fucking terrified of this man. Did I mention at this stage it's called Red Coins on the Ship Afloat? I am in my own mind right now. I love Nintendo. I love Nintendo games. I'm a big Xenoblade fan. I'm a big Pikmin fan. I love some Zelda games. Hold on, let me just, excellent. It's just, I don't know. Fans did better. Okay, there are better ways to play this game that fans have done. There are just better fan projects. And I don't want to show any hate. I mean, like, fans do a lot of hard work. I don't want it to seem like, oh, well, if fans do it, then it must be easy for Nintendo to do it. It's hard work from fans, and it should be hard work from Nintendo as well. If this is what they want to make. If they didn't want to make the fucking remakes of Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy, then they should have just virtual consoled all three of them for a tenner each, making this worth about 30 quid. And that would have been perfectly fine, and I would have been like, well, you can pick and choose. Maybe you just want one, maybe you just want the other, and it's just virtual console. Who really cares they're being released? But because they specifically wanted it to be Super Mario 3D All-Stars, they made their fucking bed and they got to lie in it. They chose not to. They chose to make this out of garbage fire. But Mario Galaxy is worth it, so if you find this for really cheap, just 10 out of 10. It's... I wanted this to be great, but they knew that it was going to be so terrible, to the point where they decided it was best to make it so that the physical version was limited time, and I believe the digital version as well, because they knew they were just going to get people to buy it nice and quickly out of panic that it was limited time, or they were going to get no one to buy it. People would have waited more if there wasn't like a limited time aspect. I probably would have waited more if there wasn't a limited time aspect. Video games are a scam. And I'm saying that as a very big video game fan. Video games are a scam. And it sucks that I feel like because video games were a media made so late in capitalism, it's easier for them to be scams. Because I guess people just get used to it from what they currently have, so video games could jump right into making everything way too expensive. And I know games used to be way more expensive, but they should be working to make them cheaper. That should be the point. The whole point is things should be becoming cheaper. That's how life should be. And that sounds ridiculous, obviously, because money is becoming worthless over the years. But money isn't real. There's no reason for it to be worth any more or less, other than the fact that there's more or less of it. Money isn't real. It's a scam as well. Everything sucks, and this is the life we're stuck with. Anyway, I've collected 100 coins. Mario gains more power from the castle. Do you want to save? I do. Oh, by the way, you can't get in here. Yeah. Which is kind of good, because you've already gotten that star. Anyway, 104. So yeah, don't miss any of those blue coins, but you can miss 4 Goombas, I guess. I think there was only 3. Okay. Now that we're out of Jolly Roger Bay, my most mess stage, I think I'm going to be a bit more positive. Because I think I've run out of things to complain about. And also, I'm running out of breath, which happens to me pretty quickly. I suppose on a lighter note, we've just completed the ground floor. Completely completed the ground floor. That's gotta be good. And now, we can head down to the basement, where we're probably not going to come out for a while. Apart from every time I turn the game back on, I have to walk all the way back down to the basement, because having them spawn where they left off... I guess that was just too much to do. I don't mind that much, it's a pretty small hub. Which I think is what makes it good. Having a hub that's way too big can be a big issue, as we'll learn in future. Let's go to a new level. I believe the basement only has actually like 4 levels. In we go. Second floor, I think, has the most. Oh, the ground floor. Anyway, welcome to Course 7, Lethal Lava Land. Don't be a pushover. If anyone tries to shove you around, push back. It's one-on-one with a fiery finish for the loser. Excellent. Running around in circles makes some bad guys roll their eyes. I can see them over there. Mr. Eye is really going through an existential crisis right now. Look at him. It's Lethal Lava Land. If you catch fire or fall into a pool of flames, you'll be hopping mad. But don't lose your cool. You can still control Mario. Just try to keep calm. Actually, pretty good advice. So, Lethal Lava Land, if Big Boo's Horn isn't my favorite stage, then this one is. It's simple, but it's no longer my favorite stage. It's simple, and you can get the stars pretty easily. Hop on the shiny shell and ride wherever you want to go. Shred those enemies. There's no shell here, but there is one in future levels, so that's why it's there. Anyway, this has a pretty fun enemy, which I don't think appears in enough Mario games. It only really appears in 3D once, and I guess technically the only 2D one it appears in is Mario Maker 2. Oh, that's a whole new rant to go on. No. But they're pretty fun enemies. You push them into lava or they push you into lava. First one to get pushed into lava is dead. I'm going to get the red coin star because this is one of the easiest red coin stars to get. And it's all here. It's so easy to get that it doesn't really matter whether or not you get it with the 100 coin star. Whatever. 8 coin puzzle with 15 pieces. And let's go back in. Let's do Boil the Big Bully once more. And I believe the shell still isn't there. Yeah. I think you need to do the first, maybe one of the other missions as well. This time, let's kill Mr. I, nice and simple. Mierda. Got him. And let's go in here, where you can find this stage's cap. A wing cap. And using it, you can, well, fly around. It's a pretty weird level to have a wing cap because it's quite hard to get much speed. It's very low down. There's not much to it. But it does help getting to different islands. And if you go over here, popping into existence quite literally, because I guess it's too much for the Switch to run the bully from far away, you can do that. So this is a big bully. It's like a bully, but they put them on harder to knock off platforms, and they're bigger. Oh, and also you can just get comboed. Okay, I will admit, this is mostly my fault. I think this is one of the better parts of the game. A very fun enemy, which uses Mario's moveset pretty well. I think the punch is a pretty useless ability, but it works there. Careful with these platforms, they fall away. Yeah, wing cap is not used for any stars, but it's nice to have. That's actually quite a good bit. I think I am actually gonna head back to the ground floor. I know, I said I wasn't. But, there is something there I want to show off. Something I forgot to show off, but I plan to show off. And I'm actually gonna end the video there because gonna end the video there because this one's gonna be nice and short, which allows me to not have to edit the red coin star. Excellent. Or the eel. Sorry, audience. I'm lazy. But this is just a fun project that I'm doing. If I was getting paid, I'd probably care more. I think that's a fair thing to say. What are we doing back in Womp's Fortress? Well, you might have already guessed, but there was a green block here, which we never interacted with. And now that we have Metal Cap, we can. What? Wow, this is fucking useless. Anyway, the metal cap is not used for any stars, so really they could have put something here. But you can use it to instantly kill the piranha plants and to avoid most things, and to hear a really good song. And that does it for this episode of Mario 64. Please subscribe. God damn it. But yeah, thank you, audience. You know? Especially if you put up with this episode where I was just ranting about how much I hate Mario 3D All-Stars the whole time. Please subscribe. And goodbye.